All right, our first look at the semifinals of the Trident Trials tournament on North America. We missed the first due to EU's grand final taking a little bit too long, but it is what it is. RESIN has won game 1 over HSR, and we are on New Dawn. RESIN, with many of the players that we are used to seeing, we like Triarch, for example, is bringing in Marceau. We've got a Kleber Tournament Edition, a Moskva, an Odin Tournament Edition, an additional Tournament Edition Odin, and finally Peyton in a Montana. It's a fun camo scheme from up top. That's the Brazilian camo. Gotcha, they're going Brazilian. Meanwhile, Honkai Star Rail in the red, needing this game to force a game 3 and remain in the winner's bracket of the tournament, has a Kleber Tournament Edition of their own. Only one of them, a Moskva and a Stalingrad. Moskva with the unique upgrade, an Odin Tournament Edition, and another Odin Tournament Edition, hopping towards different sides of the map. And they've chosen an additional American battleship. Like Team RESIN, their battleship choice though is an Ohio. I wish I had put in here to tell me why he prefers the Montana over the Ohio, but I can tell you what he'd answer. He does not like the fact that there are 2 barrels per gun turret instead of 3. That might not seem like that big of a deal, but the double barrel guns in this game seem to have a bit of a wonkiness in terms of their accuracy. Now, I like Arona's position early on in the Kleber. He moves to a position where nobody can really do anything about him, and he used the Hydro to detect Mad Dog early. I thought was really cool, too. He does get hit there by, that looked like Boom Diata's, yeah, just one little shot. As you can see, Mad Dog trying to go for the flank, too. They're just trying to find this little corner, and unfortunately, Arona is too far forward. But he has to be because of this little spot. And you can see all the shells coming in and digging into him. The Cap is going to cry out no hiding place there. Now, he could back up and he could get into the B Cap. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do. He's like, fine, I'll just go over here and I'll cap this instead. What are you going to do about me? I don't know how I feel about one Odin TE heading up towards 2 Odin TEs, but so far, neither Eagle Lens or Boom Diata have been detected. There's one of them. As, coming around broadside, but that's okay. Boom Diata had HE in the barrels, probably for the Kleber shots earlier. Those shots were way off. Maybe he was expecting Boom Diata to use a engine boost. Montana said hello, by the way. Peyton, with the plane up for the extra accuracy ability, completely chumps into the Odin TE, and Triarch takes down Arona's Kleber Tournament Edition. So, things aren't looking the greatest right now for HSR. Izuria manages to pop the heal. It's a super heal, remember, so it gets a lot of that HP back. Kind of feel like it's time for Maribel to start, you know, getting into the game. Like, you're right by the C-cap. Ah, okay. So you've been sent this way to go for broadside shots on Big Boy 69's Moskva. Unfortunately, the shots do not connect. Big Boy just moves a little bit farther forward. Ah, we've got Mana and Inori, I see. Now, I just feel like it's weird that you would take a ship. We talked about this all day long so far. with the tournament edition ships, the ability to single fire their torpedoes and have them reach 12 kilometer instead of like your traditional 10 from daring means that ships that are traditionally static ships are a tremendous threat. And a Stalingrad is just it feels bad. Why? Because it doesn't have hydro. You know? Also, it does, I believe it does still blood worse than the regular Moskva does, right? So, yeah. Either way, RESIN is up with 2 major kills over HSR, and then Inori in the Odin Tournament Edition is still quite low, trying to hang on, frankly. Ooh, Triarch with the Marceau, getting some torpedoes towards... Nope, not gonna work. But I kind of feel like we need to see these guys just turning into the B-cap, like, now. If they want a chance to make something happen here. Pyro Archon stuck Bowen in Ohio is also a really bad field. But it's got secondaries. And manual secondaries at that, so that's cool. And, well, that's gonna be a dead Ohio. Dead Ohio. Flandre does get into the B-cap. They do grab the B-cap. Okay. And look at the audacity of Mad Dog. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna yeet you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he gets so close. He penetrates right into the Moskva and Odin TE. Ridiculousness, ridiculousness. Amazing clip moment there. Mad Dog just having fun with his new toy. That's what that was. Jeez. Giveaway in chat, by the way. More signals container as Inori's Odin is dismantled. Well, who is going to kill Maribel? Gonna be the real question. Yeah, that's not gonna do much against the Moskva. Look at the amount of damage Peyton managed to score with that Montana. 128,500 damage. And looks like Triarch will get the kill. Yep. So he got into B and he died in B. And unfortunately, that's going to be our only look at this because it went to 2-0. Congratulations to RESIN. We're going 2-0. All right, let's see if the other one goes to game 3. I don't think it will. And if that's the case, then we can talk about Team League. USPS and BNANA, I think, is the other one. Yeah. They're on riposte. Let's see what that one is. USPS and BNANA is on riposte. Okay. So they're still in battle right now. All right, so I'm just letting the peeps know that I'm watching stuff for that. All right, let's see what's going on over here. So this is Team League. We are currently doing the draft right now. It's in progress. If I go to draft, what does that do? Ah, okay. So you can see the list here of everybody being drafted. Here's our player pool. Now, the way Team League works, this is next week's tournament, the 4th and final weekend of the 3 tournaments that I've cast. Jesus. The way the Team League works is a lot of fun. It's open to players from all servers, although it's mostly EU and North America just because of the timings. Everybody goes ahead and registers if they would like to play. And you can see that their win rate is posted here. Now, this is not to stat shame people. This is to put people into a pool. You see how it's got a pool number here? Okay. The game, the system automatically divides players up into an even number of players into each pool. Historically, they had up to 6 pools. I think they've gone down to 4 now. Yeah, they're in 4 pools. So you take everybody and you divide them up, okay, by 4. Bam. And then when you draw players based off of which pool they're in. For example, we just got 42 meep. Now, I don't know much about that player. But KinnyMod is my team leader. As you can see, he's from pool 1. Okay. Actually, let me see if I can fix this for you guys. Whoop. Whoop. That's good enough. All right. And so that's my team. I've got Emaday in pool 1, Goober 81, and Million 777, and there's Meep from pool 3. And you can see most of the people, when they do their draw, they start with the pool 1 and 2 players. You want to try to get the people that you know well and you want to bring in. Zulu the Scrub, we saw him yesterday. PCH and Gangbang were both participating in the finals. Well, Gangbang was participating in the finals while also doing this too. So hats off to him for the multitasking capabilities, I would say. Arizalith is Bride. Fun title there. Okay. Ah, there's Revenge UK. Oh, I didn't realize he was a team leader. So of course he picks his buddy Plasmatic. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. There's Mad Dog, who we just saw with that crazy torpedo here for our killer bin. He just got picked. Fafner is team lead. Han Liu Wu and Gunmech. Bob Bobber. This is going to be a tough team. Ben's team is going to be a tough team. TC Freer has Dutch Elephant as his team leader from pool 1. Dutch picking up Island Abuser. Some other players I don't recognize. I'm just trying to call out names that I recognize. Minnie's Dirty Diapers. Oh my god. Brad Star for life. Aha. First Equinox is team leader. He's a good choice. I actually was thinking about grabbing First Equinox because I know he does calling for DSNF and he does a good job with it as well. On the other side of things, we've got Clyde. Clyde City Kings. This is, I believe, his first team league. He's got Toji as his team leader from Moyai. And then Overlord Bo. His team leader is Dyer. And he grabs Toxic Symphony. I'm glad he could play. He came by, he said hi, he subscribed, and then I said, "Are you doing Team League?" And he's like, "What?" I'm like, here's the link. And he goes, yeah. And he goes, signs up. Right away. So that was cool. So then we've got Major Par. He's also new. He got Wargaming Please, Nerf Enterprise. I don't reckon. Oh, Redonk. I recognize Redonk. Ainzer is moist. Ainzer is moist. He picks a team 3, a pool 3 team leader. Interesting. Kami Samurai. We haven't seen him in a long time. That's for Stats Bloke. So from these, I'm supposed to pick people to come into my group. People to come into my group. And when I'm looking at these, I'm looking at... I'm trying to think about which teams I think we can, you know, maybe take out. Or at least people that I know are going to be fun to hang out with. Like, I want to hang out with Major Par. So he's going to be my first choice. And I think I'm going to have to go with Clyde for second. So we'll do that. I want to hang out with them. Okay, so... Still waiting on game 2 to end. This is going long. USPS and BNANA is going very long, which is, that's a good sign. It means it's a good chance that we are gonna end up making our way up there. What do you guys think of my logo and stuff, huh? Team Dirty Water, let's go. We've got Kinnymod, we've got Goober81, ME92D, Million777, and 42 Meep. Meantime, let's take a look at the NA bracket. Okay, so these guys are just waiting for the losers here, and they're scheduled for here, so we might be able to catch... they haven't updated this yet, but whoever HSR is playing, we might be able to catch them in the losers bracket for a game. We shall see. Still waiting on their game to finish. Wild. Wild. Never would have thought that's going to be the case. Still got more players to be drafted. So again, with the thing about Team League is you've got your team leader and you've got your streamer or personality, like you see Killer Bins in there. And team gets formed. They get a week to pick strats, practice together. Very difficult if you don't know other players, and that's why I feel like Revenge and Plasmatic are this team. Fairzelth is going to be a big threat simply because of that, because these guys know each other well. They play together all the freaking time. So basically, the challenge is going to be putting together a group, putting together a strategy, planning all that stuff out. King of North, congratulations on the victory there. So yeah, so that's gonna be the real like challenge, is putting all that stuff together, you know? I think it should be fun. What I like about it is it's one of the most accessible tournaments in World of Warships. Any player with you know, regardless of win rate, can be drafted into the game. Now, because of the way the pools work, obviously if you're on the bottom end of your pool, that may hurt you. Right? That may hurt your chances of being drafted. But you can go and you can click on stuff and see people from previous seasons. You can load their profile, see their stats, all that kind of stuff. So as you can see, I've got 3 players with experience. They've done Team League before, which may come in very handy as I'm looking at other teams that only have 2. Toxic's got previous experience on Team League. I don't know why that's not showing up. So I wouldn't necessarily trust that that button. Also, viewers sometimes reach out to me because they're involved in stuff like that. So some really good stuff in this stuff here, and I need to go and get stuff figured out. But look at the distribution of win rates here. This is interesting. 51% to 57%. 46 to 51%. 41 to... Wow. And then 57% to 62% and up. General Trios, I don't think you can anymore because I believe signups are closed for this tournament. I always tell people, if you want to get involved, if you don't mind having another Discord, join my Discord, and you can, if you join my Discord, I do have a tournament updates channel, which you can use. What the heck is going on here? It's like everything just stopped. Ooh, they're out of the game. Game 3, question mark? Tell me. Give me the yes. Give me the yes. Come on. Yes! Game 3 for USPS versus BNANA. Let's go. Okay, so let's get this set up. Let's get this all set up for you guys. This is USPS on the left and BNANA on the right. Right? Right. Okay. So we are tied up 1-1. Napoli being banned. Play Bear being banned. Tell you what, guys, I'm going to run a commercial break while I get this all set up, okay? Moskva being banned and Barbiano. Another ship that's banned that they didn't put out there for the list. Oh well. So we're going to Estuary next. Now this is a link to Team League if you want. Bam. Hello, Wallet over on YouTube. Remember, there's a 5-minute delay, so... All right. So, y'all, it's going to take a little bit of time. Oh, I can figure out who won game 1 because I just go up here. Yeah, USPS won game 1, BNANA won game 2 then. Okay, so USPS and BNANA. Here we go. Here's our best of 3. Awesome. Now, let me go back to the tournament screen here. So, we know RESIN advances to the winner's bracket final, and next up is going to be whoever wins this game 3. So, pivotal game 3 for them. Taffy, hey, good afternoon. Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. Look at that, 7 months in a row of subbing over here. And 23PO, you're too funny. 7 months of sailing these Trident Trials with us. Your commitment keeps our fleet strong and ad-free for you. Thanks for sticking around, Captain. And Stevie Pat. Love this bot. But very much appreciate the sub. Thank you very much, Taffy. You know, at the end of... I'll give you a little insight into the streamer world. At the end of every stream, I get a little email generated, right? It just tells me what my revenue was. So this many people subscribed at this much money per sub or this much cheer, et cetera, et cetera. So you get like an idea. And generally, because of the way Twitch works, it's you know, halved, right? So I finished the stream yesterday. And I was like, well, how was it? And oh, it was great. It was great. It was great. Loved it. And she's like, well, how many people were? I'm like, I told her, you know, I was up there in numbers and stuff, which is great. Like normally I'd love to be around 100 when I'm doing my normal streams, guys. Tournaments, typically I get higher numbers, which is one of the reasons why I like to do the tournaments. And of course, when you guys are sitting around like you just finished a commercial break, right? In theory, you know, ad revenue is one way that you guys are supporting me without spending any money, right? So my wife goes, well, what was your revenue last night? Pulled it up, showed it to her. Chat, my revenue from yesterday was $11. Now that doesn't include ad revenue, obviously, because that's factored out later, but I made $11 in revenue, which means my take home is probably close to half of that, $5.50, and I streamed just over 10 hours yesterday. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. So, yeah. Support your streamers, guys. You don't have to spend money to support your streamers, but if you sit there and chill through commercial breaks, that's a way to help out, all right? I'm just going to put that out there. It's a way to help out. If they're doing sponsorships, like I've got Matchmasters right now, that's a way to help out. I've got a rerun channel. Same deal. Hang out over there. Commercial revenue goes towards me, helps out your streamer. And guess what? It doesn't cost you anything other than electricity. But I always tell people, just do it if you're already got your PC running or something. That's my rerun channel. It's 24/7, best of Lord Zath. We do 2 giveaways per day over on that channel. We got a new game up right now called Gardic, which is all about Pictionary. It's basically like trying to guess what's being drawn. Kind of fun. I gotta factor that in. Words on stream broke, and I don't know why, so I'm just gonna put a different game up for now. So anyway, so you can support me through that. There's always Patreon if you want to spend money, but you don't want to give Twitch your money. You can always do it through Patreon too. And Patreon's fun because there are some goodies in there for me to help you as a player if you would like some of that one-on-one stuff. So I'll put the links up in chat. It's from 5 minutes in your future. But you know, free to, especially with the rerun channel, it doesn't cost you anything to do a follow and just be there. Twitch considers you a viewer of 2 streams at once, up to 2 streams at once. So you can have me up, you can have the rerun channel up, you could have, who else is live? Minnie is live. Wow, okay. Minnie is live. Doing Team League. Huh, okay. I figured he would have been doing the tournament, but okay. No wonder packages sit stateside forever. USPS is playing WoWs. Indeedy. Yes, indeedy. So yeah, so rerun's a great place to help out if you want. What were the other ones I was going to do? Matchmasters. Oh, another thing that would really help me, guys, is if you would consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, which is the same thing as following on Twitch. Confusing, I know. But one of the big things I've been working on is getting my YouTube channel out there, and I am just a few shy. Last I checked, I'll check again. Checked earlier. Just a few subscribers shy of 3,000, which is amazing. Yeah, I'm 4 shy of 3,000. Wild. If you are already subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can always consider opening up some of my videos, doing the thumbs up, liking them, commenting on them, that sort of thing. I know it's a bit of a meme. People say like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 but it actually does help because it tells YouTube that it's a channel that is valued. And so what happens is then YouTube serves those videos to more people. For the longest time, I just left it as a dumping ground. I didn't really care much about it. And now I kind of care. Especially now that I'm streaming live as well on YouTube too. So buttering the boss up does come with perks. That's right, 23PO. I suppose I should do another loud whisper for 23PO since he is here. He is a tanks streamer You came and hung out and stuff like that. So there you go. That revenue thing, Bob Barber, is confusing you. It confuses me too. $11 for a 10-hour stream. Woo, I made $1 an hour. Oh, wait. Twitch takes half of that. Woo, I made... You know? Wait, I made 55 cents an hour. Oh, God. Disgusting. Deadly disgusting. So, anyway. Ways to support your streamer. And I'm just putting that out there. And it's not just for me. It's for anybody else that's out there streaming. Twitch, I'm worried, is shrinking. World of Warships community, I'm also worried, is shrinking. So, if you want to support your streamers, do what you can to help, you know? And you don't have to spend money to do it. I'm a big proponent of doing things without spending money. Most of you guys know that. I've been playing, I should say, World of Warships for 10 years. I've been in since closed alpha test. Closed alpha test. And, 3PO make me sick. And I've been playing this game for 10 years, therefore. I have spent a grand total of $20 US in this game. 20 US dollars. That's it. Bingo. Dunzo. And that money went straight to the USS Texas Memorial. So basically, it went through Wargaming's heads over to the Texas Museum. That was back when the Texas was still in Galveston, or not, in Houston, and was rusting and everything like that. And so Wargaming did a campaign. It was really nice of them, where they would take the money. I think they were going to double it, and then they were going to donate it to the Texas Relief Fund, or whatever it's called, in the process. That was really nice of them. And I gladly spent 20 bucks. I got a copy of the Texas and a special camo. But guys, I've been playing this game for 10 years. I have all the ships. I have over 1 million steel. I have a ton of League Commander XP. I've got over 2 billion credits. I love this game. I play the hell out of this game. And I spend a lot of time on this game. Streaming it, like today on tournaments. Streaming it myself. Do you get paid for viewers and ads, or only ads? I get paid for ads and only ads profile. Viewership doesn't matter. It's really just how many people watch the ad. Okay. Subs, I still get, I believe I still get ad revenue from you guys and stuff like that too. So anyway, thanks for asking, guys. And I don't mind sharing this stuff with you because I think it's helpful for people to know. But you know what else is helpful? We got a game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience as we bring you BNANA and USPS. This is going to be a pivotal Game 3 for our bracket, for our winner's bracket. Basically, whoever wins this gets to face off against RESIN in the winner's bracket final. Whoever loses this gets knocked down to the loser's bracket and gets to play in a best of 1. So, good chances of being knocked out of the tournament. It's do or die for both teams. USPS won Game 1, and BNANA won Game 2, a very long Game 2 that forced this game. As a reminder, the banned ships for this series, these best of 3 series, is Napoli and Moskva for USPS, Kleber and Barbiano for BNANA. All right, so let's take a look at BNANA's lineup on Estuary. They've got a Kleber Tournament Edition, a Petropavlovsk without unique upgrade, an Odin Tournament Edition, a Vermont, that's Murica with his brick, another Odin Tournament Edition, and finally a Salem. Salem with radar. All right. That's an odd... I never thought Salem's a good choice when Des Moines exists, because you can get both radar and hydro. I get the idea of a super heal, but I don't know. I'd rather have the Des Moines. Or I'd rather have a hydro-equipped Salem, especially with all these Kleber Tournament editions, like Addies here, or Dyers, because they have single-fire torp capabilities. Dyer, actually, I think he said he was participating in Team League as well right now. During the draw. So then we've got Venezia with unique upgrade. Interesting choice. Another Salem. Another radar Salem. Petropavlovsk with unique upgrade. And then there's Embedded Bear 97 in Ohio. We're secondary range, but not manual secondaries. Ohio does have slightly boosted secondary accuracy. But against like Club Bear, TEs and stuff, I would think you'd want the manual secondaries. But you have to give up another 3-point or 4-point skill to make it happen, which is going to be tough to do. Duckman, I think you might have been. And appreciate you for that, by the way. You were one of the first. Back when I was just doing YouTube only, not even doing Twitch. All right, so first cap goes to USPS on the strength of Kleber. Now, I saw some questions before about these various tournament edition ships. They play very differently from the ships that they are based around. So the name is kind of provides you at least information about the model, but beyond that, it's very different. For example, the Kleber tournament editions, you might see a lot of luck chucks going on right now because they get 12-kilometer torpedoes instead of the traditional 8 on the Kleber. They have the ability to... Oh, brilliant torpedo salvo into D Squares Green's Venezia, by the way. Hold off on that for a second. They also get torpedo reload booster, which allowed for this additional torpedo hit to not only break D Squares Green's engines, but also cause a sticky flood because that earlier DCP. Huge torpedo salvo from average Tohu Weeb. So, Kleber also gets access to a heal or a smoke. Most at this point in the tournament, everybody's basically going for the heal. They also get hydro, a short burst hydro, if you will, of like 20-odd seconds, but it can reach 7 kilometers, which means it can stealth hydro. If it gets detected, it can pop its hydro and see who's detecting it, much like stealth radar works with, like, say, Minotaur. And continuing to pop on up goes Dyer. Now that early torpedo hit really puts Disquarius and Addy on the back foot. I wouldn't be surprised to see Saltori starting to get a little bit more aggressive here with the Odin TE, but Tohu, he took a lot of damage too. He's not really in an easy position to support. So I predict that the A cap is going to be unclaimed for some time. Neither team really wants to risk losing forces up there. That's for sure. Dyer fixing to go into the cap. He's just sitting right next to it, which is interesting. He probably knows that as soon as he goes into the cap, he will trip Cheshire's radar. And Murica's waiting. Cheshire's waiting. And Cypriot is waiting. You can see all the torpedoes just being luck chucked. The Squarius detected, taking a shot earlier. Odin hits a turret. And Satori Maru takes a torpedo for his trouble. He does have Hydro going. And, as predicted, Dyer goes into the B cap. As predicted, the radar is triggered. But he waited for the opportunity. He waited for basically Murica to be spotted and him to know that Murica had no shot on him. And also for the Odin to be way the heck away. So that gives USPS 2 caps to 0. They are the only team ticking up points right now. So, yeah, Salem, go do Salem things. Why did Crypriot turn around here? Why would you turn around up here like this? Unless you're expecting to just turn around. Odin Tournament Edition, by the way, for those of you guys curious about the Odin Tournament Edition, has a special engine boost, like emergency engine power. It gets 40% boost to its speed. It has a super heal, small number of them. Got its standard hydro. And then it also has a fast reload DCP, much like the German battle cruiser line. BNANA finally working their way into the A cap, deciding maybe we should get a cap too. Maybe. Now take a look at the Venezia. All the way at the bottom of the map, but he's trying to stay there in the corner because he's waiting to see if the Odin moves towards the middle. If the Odin does so, then he's going to work his way up, right? Much in the same vein as the Odin up here wants to do the same thing with whoever goes either up or, you know, turns away. Salem is spotted. Dyer's got some torpedoes coming into the Odin. They miss. There's them single fire torps, figuring that the Salem is probably just going to sit there. And, well, fortunately the Salem isn't really able to do too much for his teammates there. Just wait a little bit. We'll probably see those torpedoes strike pay dirt in a little bit. 141 Gaming is burning. Oh no, watch out. The enemy is about to win. That is Team Bravo. Is 3 minutes away from a victory, if nothing else happens. And Cheshire plows into 3 torpedoes. That forces out his fancy schmancy super heal and a DCP. But wait, there's more. It's almost as if people haven't been watching us cover the tournament all day already. Salem's a little bit more maneuverable than a Moskva or Petropavlovsk, mind you, but the principles still exist. With Kleber Tournament Edition, you can't sit bow in someplace. So that's a full flood for another 10 seconds that Cheshire is going to have to suffer through. Now, fortunately, flooding damage is 100% healable, repairable, whatever. Tap, 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 tap. There's the R. But, yeah. Bananas are going rotten here. Cheshire is going to go down as soon as he gets detected again. And the Odin, again, I just don't get the decision to turn south again like they did, but 141 Gaming does take a big hit there from... Ah, that was the Odin in the middle of the map. No, I'm sorry. It was from Genshin. So he's getting some good work out of his guns, at least. Hey, there goes the Cheshire. What do you know? Oop, 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 oop. Mini-map. Addie's gonna kill someone. Boom, 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 boom. Woof. Another clip moment. As if BNANA didn't learn just a moment ago why you can't sit bow on anymore with Kleber Tournament Edition ships. They just demonstrated it once again. With 3 seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen, that will be it for our game. USPS will advance to the winners bracket final. BNANA. Whoa, somebody else blew up. I just heard it. I don't know. BNANA will fall to the losers bracket. Congratulations to USPS. Bam. All right, let's back out of here.